Hello, everybody. How you guys doing this fine evening? I want to talk to you guys about something here that's happened. I came across a story on the Geek app. It's a tech news app, and I want to read what's going on. Get it back. Oh yeah, right there. Okay. All right. Okay. Now. Where is it at? Okay. Forget to check its email, and Telegram is banned. Okay. Telegram founder and CEO has just put out a statement about why Brazil's Supreme Court is now suspending the app. The reason is incredible. In the statement, which you can read in the following below or on Durab's Telegram channel, he says it was because his company was checking the wrong email. It seems that we had an issue with email going between the Telegram.com corporation address and the Brazilian Supreme Court. Durab says, going on to explain that his company asked court to send feature breakdowns request to a dedicated email address, but the court did not do that. Apparently, it kept using the old general purpose email address, and Telegram missed them somehow, and now it's getting banned unless the court takes pity. The company says it's now found those emails implying that the old address did at least work, which makes it even more bizarre that the emails somehow got missed. Holy shit. And is trying to remedy the situation with the courts, but there's a lot of political context surrounding the ban, which stems from accusations that Telegram facilitates the spread of disinformation that Telegram... Hold on. There's a lot of political context surrounding the ban, which stems from the accusations that Telegram facilitates the spread of disinformation. And my colleague Adi Robertson lays out clearly in the story, but here Telegram tell it. The whole thing boils down to an issue we all struggle with: keeping track of emails. It seems that we had issues with emails going between our Telegram.org corporate address and the Brazilian Supreme Court. As a result of this miscommunication, the court ruled to ban Telegram for being unresponsive. On behalf of our team, I apologize to the Supreme Court for our negligence. We definitely could have done a better job. We complied with the earlier court decision in late February and responded with a suggestion to see future takedown request to a dedicated email address. Unfortunately, our response must have been lost because the Unfortunately, our response must have been lost because the court used an old general purpose email address and further attempted to reach us. As a result, we missed its decision in early March that contained the follow-up takedown request. Luckily, we have now found and proceeded, delivering another report to the court today. Because tens of millions of Brazilians rely on Telegram to communicate with family, friends, and colleagues, I asked the court to consider delaying its ruling for a few days at its discretion to follow us to remedy the situation by appointing a representative in Brazil and set up a framework to react to future pressure issues like this in a expedited manner. The last 3 weeks have been unprecedented for the world and for Telegram. Our content moderation team was flooded with requests from multiple parties. However, I am certain that once a reliable channel of communication is established, we will be able to efficiently process takedown requests for public channels that are illegal in Brazil. Now, something like this almost closely happened, when former Prime Minister David Cameron wanted to ban communications that were encrypted at the time, when WhatsApp was being used heavily, which has been crappy for the past 10 years, honestly. This was today right around 22:31. About 104,037 users read this news. Now, a lot of people have used Telegram to communicate with family, friends, and colleagues because WhatsApp is totally fucking useless. Okay? Fucking useless. I use it. My son uses it. I think that let's see here. This is the news. Here. Now, I would say that a lot of people have been using Telegram and Signal, for what I know, more than WhatsApp, because anything that Facebook touches turns to shit. Now, the Brazilian court has banned Signal. No, Telegram. Why? It's just that, there's idiots out there that wants to end this encryption because they think they have the right to know what's being said between two parties, which is like none of their fucking business. Really pisses me off. Because I came across an old video on YouTube that was a few years old. A young man took out his phone, started filming, and a cop saw it, and he knocked the phone to the ground, and the screen completely just cracked. And there are some members of law enforcement thinking that it's against the law to film them because a few of them have history of violating people's rights and have history of police brutality, have complaints on their jacket. They've been reprimanded, they've been suspended with pay, without pay, all this shit. Honestly, I've always said this. Police do not need qualified immunity, okay? I don't care who the fuck you are. The thing is, a police will lie and say, well, this is evidence. No, it's not. They will lie and lie and lie and say, well, I need your phone for evidence. No, you don't. Because you can walk up, start filming, just walk up, mail of arrest or anywhere arrest and whatnot, and you pull out your phone and you start to, and the officer would say, sees his phone as evidence. No, I don't think so, buckaroo. This is my fucking phone, and you ain't going to get the motherfucker because, well, I want a subpoena. You want the footage? Send me a subpoena. I'll give you the footage. But you ain't get my phone. Simple as that. Plain and simple. But there's been cases where I've seen a few videos on YouTube of hip hop guys locally doing a rap video, and all of a sudden, right in the middle of the rap the filming, you see cops with the guns pointed out, tell them, get on the ground, get on the ground, get on the ground, and all they're doing is just doing a video, a music video. Everything is taken, cameras, phone, you name it, everything. And you could be in the middle of doing a YouTube video, and then you get stopped by a cop comes by, harasses your ass, wants your ID. Fuck you. You ain't getting my ID. But just because you're in law enforcement don't mean that you can violate someone's rights, I think it's kind of shitty in a way. But in a way, they will lie. They will lie, like, well, it's evidence. my foot in your ass is evidence. But I mean, I'm old school. I believe in a warrant, getting a warrant, having a warrant in my hand. You know, I don't like how they would say, "Well, it's pretty much you had no choice." You have a choice. Stand up for your rights. Know your rights. You know, don't let them bully your ass. Don't let them intimidate. Now here's the kicker on why cops call for backup, and this is bullshit. Cops intend to get things their way. Cops intend to get their way. And now, here's the thing: if they're having a hard time facing a constitutional roadblock, which you're exercising your rights by using your knowledge of the law, they're gonna call for backup and lie, and they'll tell their brother in blue a lie because they're not getting their way. They're like a fucking big baby in a costume. So they are. Big baby whining, bitching, moping in a costume. And now, always know your rights. Download the Constitution, download the Bill of Rights, study the laws. Not just federal, but also state as well. Because you could use the knowledge you learned from the Constitution and the state Constitution. Also learn the policy and throw it in their face, because when you know this shit, there's nothing that they can do about it, because you're using the knowledge of the law against them, and they get fucking pissed. There was a video about, was it 10, 11 years ago? This guy was stopped, and cop did a Yui. The guy pulled him over, and he the cop and the driver had a conversation, short one at best. Then he asked the driver if he could search the vehicle, and then the driver says, "No, not without a warrant. I don't consent, and not without a warrant." So he says that's fine. Then the cop got fucking triggered. You're like, holy fucking shit. The officer went fucking nuts and started cussing and shit. You know, I'm like, dude, cops like that, people like that, do not need to be on the force. If you're gonna blow up like that, your dumbass needs serious fucking counseling, man. Holy fucking shit. And then, I mean, you have these loose cannons that don't give a shit about your rights. Don't care about your rights. Don't care. Okay? All they care about is getting suspended with pay. Oh, they love that shit. But the one thing that I wish that would go away, and that is qualified immunity. I would straight up go after that. If I was a governor or president, I would go after that. Because all it does is protects law enforcement officers, protects them from lawsuits and shit. Okay, if they fuck up, whose fault is it? It's our fault. Well, you get the blame for it because the dumbass cop, it's fucking stupid, you know, you know, and sometimes you got to really pay attention on the act. They're gonna try to play buddy. Tell them, hey, look, I ain't your buddy. I ain't your buddy, and I will never be your buddy. I don't give a goddamn about you. I care about me surviving, going home. I don't give a fuck about your life. I care less. You know, my life, I want to survive. To say, well, it's officer safety. I don't give a fuck if it's your safety. It's my life. It's my safety that's more important than your fucking safety. I want to go home alive, not dead, not in cuffs, not in an ambulance. I'm going to go home unscathed. While you're going to go back to your department pissy and mopey because I don't care about your fucking life. I could care less than, I rather care about my life than a life of a road pirate. Okay? I'd rather worry about my fucking life than a badge wearing generation revenue agent. The badge. I could care less. My life, I want to go home safely. Not harassed by a dumb fuck in a costume. I could care less. No, I could care less. But privacy under the Fourth Amendment, man, against unreasonable searches and seizures. Okay? This is what happens when you hire dumb cops after 6 weeks to 6 months in the academy. They're still fucking stupid. If they were in there longer and learning about the state constitution and the constitution and their policy and shit, I tell you, and the court cases and shit, people wouldn't have gotten violated, harassed, beaten, or killed by dumbass officers that are fucking loose cannons and shit, you know. We had a police chief that just became mayor, and and there's a thing going around for years that at 25 years old he raped a 16-year-old girl, and the Fresno Police Department is kind of like the Central Valley version of the LAPD, and the LA County Sheriff's Department is shit, even worse, you know, even worse. Because even our officers are fucking stupid, you know. Sometimes you also have sheriffs who are also fucking stupid, you know. Some deputies are also fucking stupid, you know. And because the thing is, they do not like anybody holding them accountable for the shit that they do. And again, if you're out there filming, just hold them accountable. I mean, here on YouTube, we got some you see that just really want to put the grinders in there. For what? Fuck. There are good auditors and good cop watchers. There are. And there's some auditors and cop watchers do it for the money. Period. Now, the good auditors and cop watchers, they do it to hold government officials accountable. And they know their rights. They know the law. Even better than the cops do. Even better than the sheriff's department do. And the truth is, if an officer doesn't get their way because they're stuck behind a constitutional wall, they're gonna call their buddies up and lie. And the thing is, there need to be a reform in law enforcement. And if the FOP gets mad about it, I wouldn't give a fuck. Even the police union, I wouldn't give a fuck. Because I'm going to weed out the dumb ones with the smart ones. And the biggest problem with officers today are the ones that train them. They're the bigger retards in a costume, anything else. Get rid of the training, the trainers. Bring in somebody that knows the law, that knows the Constitution and Bill of Rights, and pass them down to the cadets. Not the ones who are taught to be stupid. Get rid of the dumbass guys who train the cadets, and bring in somebody that knows the Constitution and knows the law, especially the state law. And the Constitution, too. Get rid of these dumbass officers, man. Period. Put them on the Brady list. Period, man. Alright, folks, this is good old Grandmaster Evan, and this has been the Anonymous Republic Network. If you're new to this channel, please leave a like, subscribe, comment below, and hit the bell for notification, and we'll all see you in the next video. Peace out. Godspeed.